During this video we're going to show you a very easy way to add your home game parent responsibilities. So that's how to inform your parents of who's got the box, who's got the score sheet, who's got the clock, etc. You want to go ahead and log into Goalline. You'll be at your team page, and we're going to go in, and if you haven't already created a home duty web page for your team site, then you're going to want to go watch the video about creating web pages. Once that's done, we're going to go in and edit that page. I've gone ahead and created a web page called Test, and that's where we're going to do our example today of adding home game duties. I'm going to go ahead and edit that page, and you will have seen this before. Now I went ahead and created a very simple spreadsheet, and in that spreadsheet I have the areas of responsibilities, the parents' last names, the dates of the game. You can go ahead and do the whole season. I would hang on to this in case you need to make some changes. There's a very simple way to do that. So go ahead and create this, and once you're done creating this, I'm just going to grab this information and I'm going to copy it, and then I'm going to go back to our web page, and I'm going to go here and I'm going to paste it right into the site. You can see I've just moved in exactly what it is that I had in my Excel spreadsheet. It's already organized. Everything looks nice and clean. Now if you want to make it a little different, or if you want to spruce it up a little bit, here are some things that you can do. So let's say, for example, you wanted to make the column headings bolded. I can just highlight and click bold, and we're done. Now let's say I want to center the table onto the page here, and the way we can do that is we want to edit the properties. This product is called a table, so we want to go ahead and edit the table, and the way I'm going to do that is put my cursor anywhere in the table, right click, and there's an option for table properties. You will notice the border size right now is set to 0. So what we're going to do is I want to have a border, so I want it all outlined, so I'm going to just change that from 0 to 1. And I also want the alignment of my table to be centered on the page, so I'm going to go ahead and click center. You can see what happens there. It moves everything into the middle of the page. Now I'm not real comfortable with how things are running up against the vertical line, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to center all of the data in each of the cells. So I'm going to highlight it. This is just like you would do in Excel, and you can see the option here to center the data, which I just did and switched it. You can also add additional text to this page before you put the table in. This is full editing mode. Now once I've added all of the information, in order to post it to the website, just as we've done in the past, I need to save the data. And I'm going to go back to my editing area because I want to see what this looks like. So I went back to edit web pages. I'm going to go into my test page. There's the information I just posted. Now I'm curious to see what it looks on the website, so I'm going to go ahead and click here. And this is what our users or our parents are going to see. Very simple. Now let's say that you want to make changes to this, and you're doing it from your Excel spreadsheet, because let's say you have to make lots of changes. What I would suggest is you go back to your spreadsheet, you add another date, and you add another name. Let's just go ahead and copy this down again to make things go faster. So let's say you made lots of changes throughout here, and instead of trying to go through and manipulate it on the goal line, I would suggest you do it here. So what I'm going to do is I've made my changes. Now I need to update the site. So I'm going to go back here, and I'm just going to get rid of this table. So if I do that by clicking anywhere on the table, right click, and you'll have the option to delete the table. So now the table's gone. I'm going to go back to my Excel spreadsheet, copy the data again, back to my goal line system, and paste it in. So I noticed here it's in a generic formatting, so I'm going to go ahead and put my formats back. I'm going to center my data. I like my column headings to be bolded. Now I want to make a few changes to my table, so I'm going to click on the table, right click, go into the properties of the table. I want my border back, so I hit 1, and I want my table to be centered on the page. I click OK. Again, I have to post it to the website by hitting save. Go back to editing the web pages, edit my test page, and there's the information I just did. Pretty simple, pretty straightforward. I think this is the easiest way to manage your game duties for your team.